am back with my liquid shadow series, and today I'm going to be focusing on the liquid shadow. It is called Giggly. It is a matte pale pink color, and I'm going to create this absolutely stunning look. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So before we even get into the eyes, I just want to say this about my lips, because I always get asked, what lip color is it that I'm wearing? So let me say this. I started out with a lipstick, and then I topped it with a limited edition lip butter. And then last but not least, I topped it off with my Lucrative lip gloss in Lucky. So I'm not going into the specifics, but I do want to say this. If you ever run into where you feel like you have a lip color that is just a little bit too light, it washes you out, it's not a great color for you. I know this is a weird lip gloss color, this Lucky color, but I'm telling you, anytime I top it on anything that I feel like is too light, it makes it the perfect color. So it's one of those things where when just looking at it, you may not understand why this might be a great option to add to, like, another lip color or a lip option to add to your makeup bag. But because it's so versatile, that is why I would recommend it. Okay, so now let's get started with today's look. I'm going to go in, first of all, with a pink, more pink shadow. It's called Discreet here, so hopefully you can see that. And again, I'm going to put that on the side of my liner shader brush. I'm using the shader side, and I'm going to dust that all over my eyelid. And I talked about this in one of my previous videos, how whenever I followed along with the Younique YouTube tutorial challenge, this is one of the things they did, is they had you take a certain shadow and just put it all over the lid before you did anything else. So I've kind of been adopting that into my practice. And I do think anytime you put a shadow all over the lid, I don't know how many times I've said this, so I just think it evens out the tone of your lid, which ends up giving you the more awake appearance, but also a more youthful appearance. So you can see Discreet. It kind of has a little bit of a pink undertone. And again, what's up with all these little brush hairs getting all over my face, I tell you. Okay, so next what I'm going to do, I did go ahead and I cleaned my fluffy crease brush with my brush cleaner. I did a video on that yesterday, so you can go back and you can check that out as well. And, ooh, magnetic. All the magnetics happening here. Throwing my stuff on the ground. I'm going to go in with this press shadow here called Hesitant, and I'm going to use that as my transition color today. I'm going to put that onto the end of my fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to take that all in the crease. You can see it's just a little bit of a darker pink color. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just taking it all in the crease, going above where my eye when it opens, so you can see it. You can see it's a really nice light pink color, a great transition color, you all. Okay, this one's a little bit more dusty. I don't know why. I think just depending on like how whatever ingredients are used, that's what makes it more or less dusty, I guess. Okay, so just taking that all in the crease. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crease brush. I'm going to take that Hesitant onto the end of my crease brush. I'm just going to dust that all along my lower lash line there. And again, whenever you dust a shadow all along the lower lash line, that is going to help kind of conceal some of those fine lines, but then it really brings that look all together. I'm going to go in with this color here called Understood. I'm going to put that again on the end of my fluffy crease brush and focus that in the outer corner and then right above the pupil. I am going to drag it in just a little bit to kind of help make sure that there's a nice transition there. I'm trying to keep this more of a pink, like a nice light pink look. I'm going to make that a little bit darker. I'm going to take my blending brush and blend that out. It's really building nicely. Going to take my crease brush, go into that understood, and dust that to about the mid lash, lower lash line there, midway. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but hopefully you know what I mean. Okay, oops. Then I'm gonna go in with that Fervent, that color that I used yesterday, and I'm gonna focus that just right there in the outer corner. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my liquid shadow in Giggly. It is a matte pale pink color, so that is why I wanted to keep this look really kind of nice and pink, but you could go in honestly with any of the colors, and I'm going to do something very similar to what I've done with all of the looks so far, which is keep that liquid shadow right inside where I put the pressed shadow and not taking it. I accidentally went a little bit too far above there, but that's okay. And then I did wipe off any kind of excess Fervent because I don't want that darker color to bleed into the inner corner. And just lightly blend that out, okay? So isn't that nice on the lid there? You can see it just really brightens everything up. I'm gonna go in on the other side here. Make sure the lid's on tight. And again, with these liquid shadows, it's easier to blend them when they are wet versus waiting until they are dry. You can blend them, but they just don't budge as easily, okay? So then what I like to do, and I did this before, is I like to take that dark Fervent color and just put a little bit more right in that outer corner there. Lightly kind of blend that out. Take it right in the outer corner there, not taking it too far at all. And then in the inner corner, I am going to lighten it up with a different kind of shadow. I'm going to go in with this one here. It's called Gentle, and it's more of like a champagne pink versus the Optimistic, which is more of like a white ivory kind of pink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of take that a little bit more onto the inner corner of the lid than before. Before I just kind of pressed it right there, but now I'm kind of sweeping it up and in a little bit to really create an ombre effect and then also brighten that inner corner. Then I'm going to take that right along the brow bone, that Gentle. And I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Ostentatious onto the liner side of my liner shader brush, and I'm going to use that to just really lightly kind of line my eyes. It's a fun, different color, but that's the nice thing about the liner shader brush is that you can really use any color that you want to line your eyes. So you can go for a really nice, gentle effect that's not dramatic, but is a little bit different. Okay. And that is it. So if you have any questions about this look, please don't hesitate to ask. If you like these types of videos where I do an in-depth tutorial, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so that way anytime I post a new video, you are notified. Have a great day.